the creators of the award-winning animated series Word Party comes another original series, filled with fun for little ones, SunnyvilleAdventures. Join the Sunnyville residents as they sing, play, and learn life lessons while exploring their sunny neighborhood. Every episode is packed with exciting adventures and original songs. Will Benny and his friends be able to solve the mystery of the missing muffin? Did someone say mystery? Asked Tina, her eyes lighting up. Count me in. Clues don't escape my shell. Benny smiled. Great. At the end of the garden was a small house with a vegetable patch and a bird bath and some flowers. This looks like Max's garden, said Benny. But the most surprising thing was that it wasn't an ordinary vase. It was a trophy of sorts. On it was written, Most Excellent Gardener. Benny looked at Max and asked, Is this your vase? I was just hungry and I saw the muffin rolling by and I couldn't resist. Even though mistakes had been made and the vase was broken, everything was going to be all right. In the end, friendship and honesty were what mattered most. As the friends munched on muffins together, Benny had an idea. Next time we deliver muffins, let's make a special muffin-safe delivery box, he said. With crumb-proof locks, added Tina. And maybe a few extras, said Max with a wink. All of the animals in Sunnyville enjoyed their delicious blueberry muffins and the sunshine on their faces as they laughed and played. Together, the animals knew that mistakes happen, but honesty, teamwork, and kindness make everything better. It's all right, Max, said Grandma. Accidents happen. But you should have told us instead of hiding. That's what friends do. I'm sorry, said Max, but I promise it won't happen again. Just then, a mischievous giggle was heard. Everyone looked and saw a little squirrel holding the last muffin in his paws. You fell for my trick, didn't you? Gotcha, said the squirrel with a big grin. Oh, I knew you were behind this, Ferdinand, said Grandma, chuckling. You wanted to see if we'd catch you, didn't you? Yep, said Ferdinand with a big grin. I guess I got bored of hiding and I wanted to play a little game. But don't worry, I already ate half the muffin. So here, you can have the rest. And with that, Ferdinand hopped away. Max hung his head. I'm sorry, he said. I wanted to win the prize for Most Excellent Gardener this year. So instead of waiting until the end of the season, I dug up all of my vegetables and threw the trophy on the floor so I could win by default. But then I heard the sound and hid before anyone could come in and see what I did. Winning a prize was really important to him, but taking the vase off the shelf had nothing to do with gardening. That's why I was so surprised when you came in. He had dirt on his nose and a smudge of blueberry on his cheek. I thought I had more time to clean up the mess before someone found out. Benny, Grandma, and Tina understood how Max felt. He hadn't really been the most excellent gardener. As if on cue, Max Mold came out of his house carrying a watering can. And if you really want to be the most excellent gardener, you have to be honest, added Tina. Even if you don't win the prize, being honest is always the best choice, said Grandma. Max smiled. Thanks, everyone. Seeing that Max felt bad about what he had done, Benny and Tina had an idea. How about we all work together to fix the trophy so you can win it fairly next year? Asked Benny. That's a great idea, Benny, said Grandma. So what happened to the missing muffin? Asked Max, munching on a muffin. And we can all work together in your garden to make it the most excellent garden in Sunnyville, said Tina. Being honest doesn't seem so scary now. And maybe winning the prize isn't everything I thought it was going to be. When he saw Benny, Grandma, and Tina, Max waved cheerfully and said, Hi, friends. After a while, they were all dirty and tired, so they decided to go back to Grandma's house for a snack. When they arrived, they found that the smell of freshly baked blueberry muffins filled the air. While the friends were gone, Grandma had made a whole new batch. Well, I think we found out who took it, said Benny. If you want a muffin, I can dig up some wild carrots. See, when we left, one of the muffins was missing. Then we found crumbs leading to Max's garden. And even though Max didn't admit he took it, we all saw the blueberry stain on his nose and cheek. So we know he was the muffin thief, said Grandma. You're just in time for the grand opening of my flower shop. What can I get for you? Benny stepped forward and asked, Max, did you take one of Grandma's muffins? Startled, Max accidentally sprayed water everywhere. What? Oh, no, I didn't take the muffin. Then a tiny voice cried out, "Help! Someone help!" Benny, Grandma, and Tina looked at each other. "I would never take one of Grandma's delicious muffins. And we can bake one together," said Max with a nervous laugh. "I think I know what happened," said Tina. "So far we haven't found any clues except that someone took one of Grandma's muffins," said Benny. She decided not to point this out, though, because she knew Max wasn't very good at telling the truth. Sometimes his honesty got buried under all of the dirt in his garden. Thanks, Max, but we're actually on our way to deliver these muffins," said Benny. Suddenly, a loud crash came from inside the house. They lead to the culprit. I'm sure they knew they had to help, even if it meant putting off their search for the muffin thief. "I'll get some boards to help fix whatever broke," said Benny. "And I've got some flower seeds we can plant while we wait for the boards," said Tina. "Actually, I think I need some help digging up these potatoes," said Max. "How will we ever find out who took it? Why, this is a most excellent mystery indeed. Why don't we all go inside and see if we can figure out the mystery of the broken vase?" "But look," said Tina, pointing to a trail of blueberry crumbs leading away from the path. "There's a clue right there. Follow the crumbs, my fuzzy friends," said Tina. And so the three friends followed the crumbs down the path. Will they learn something about honesty along the way? Find out on this Sunnyville Adventure special. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood of Sunnyville. The sun shines brightly on the happy animals making their way to work, or on their way to visit their friends. Benny, with his long ears bouncing, can't wait to see who will get a muffin and who will not. But after taking a few steps, Grandma Goose suddenly stops. She takes a deep breath and says to Benny, "Oh, I could have sworn there were 6 muffins. Now there are only 5. She was walking to the market to pick up some berries for her delicious berry smoothie. Oh dear, one of the muffins has gone missing." Benny's eyes light up. A missing muffin? He grabbed the remaining muffins and put them carefully on a tray before covering them with a blanket. "Don't worry, Grandma," he said. "We will find out who took the muffin." And so the two friends set off toward the village with Benny holding his muffin detective kit high in the air. We begin our story today with Benny Bunny happily hopping along. He has got a basket over his arm and a big smile on his face because today is the day. He gets to go with his friend Grandma Goose while she delivers her famous blueberry muffins to all of the animals in Sunnyville. Benny loves helping Grandma, not only because he loves the taste of those fresh-baked muffins, but also because he likes to think of himself as a bit of a detective. And what could be more fun than solving the mystery of where will Grandma's muffins go today? After gathering up the muffins, Benny and Grandma Goose set off down the path. Along the way, they met their friend Tina Turtle. The crumbs led them to a garden. As Max spoke, Tina noticed that although he insisted he hadn't taken the muffin, there were blueberries on his nose and cheek. When they went inside, they saw that a vase had fallen off the shelf and broken. "Max, you know, it's okay to want to win prizes, but it's not okay to cheat," said Benny. As the friends worked together to repair the vase, the sun shone brightly in the sky. Max hung his head. "I'm sorry," he said. "I didn't mean to take your muffin, Grandma." Everyone laughed and shared the muffin.